Hello, beautiful humans. It's Audrea Firestone, speaker, author, coach. And I had to jump on today and tell you more of what this heart is learning. Oh my goodness. I feel like a totally new human. All right, let me share something that I sent to a friend of mine. I'm going to read it first in Spanish, just a couple of lines, and then I'll translate it right from the Spanish. So, cuando pasamos por dolor, que los dos hemos pasado, el corazón abre más y tiene la capacidad a contener más luz, más comprensión y más capacidad de amar. So, when we pass through pain, and we have both gone through a lot, the heart opens more and has the capacity to contain more light, more understanding, and more of a capacity to love. That's the realization that I was having as I was writing this, that everything that we've gone through, instead of happening to us, is happening for us because we attract to us what we need to learn. And in that attraction, if instead of saying, oh, poor me, Chicken Little, the house is falling, the sky is falling, everything's falling. I've been there. I have felt that way. But I am here to say to you that if we say, I see that you are here to teach me something, and that's what I'm learning, that all that I've gone through, and it has been enormous. I feel like I've lived 3 lifetimes in this one alone. All of it has opened my heart. Isn't it Leonard Cohen who says everything has a crack in it? That's how the light gets in. And that's exactly what it's all about. Is that if we allow ourselves to befriend the pain, to walk through the grief, there is no jumping over it or ignoring it, because it will come up and bite you in the butt. It's like trying to hold down a huge beach ball. No matter how strong you are, you can hold this beach ball down in the water. Eventually, that ball is going to get free and hit you in the face. That's just reality. So when we embrace the pain that comes to us as a loving teacher, and perhaps the loving evaluation of it comes in hindsight, not while you're going through it. It sure hasn't for me. While I'm going through it, I'm yelling and screaming, that hurts, so please stop. But in retrospect, in hindsight, and that's where all of our wisdom lies, is when all of a sudden we realize what we've learned. And it's astounding. It's absolutely astounding how much we learn, how much we transform, how much when our hearts open, we are then open not only to transformation, change, miracles, but we're open to joy as well. When your heart is cracked open by pain, you can contain more joy. There is no question. And I am coming to a period of my life when I never expected it to be like this. I never expected to have so much joy in my life as I do right now. Is it demanding? Yes. Is it challenging? Yes. I'm being challenged to the max. But I love it. I love it. And then in the midst of it, there's joy. There's joy because I've gotten off of my own back. I have allowed myself to escape my own domestication. Remember what I told you in Don Miguel Ruiz's book about Beyond Fear? I've walked beyond fear. I've walked right through it, and I survived. And you know something? Most of us do. So from one of my books that would be on a desert island that would be with me is The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. And it opened right to the page. And a woman spoke, saying, tell us of pain. And he said, your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Let that sink in. I'm going to read it one more time. And he said, your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Everything shifts if you allow it. If you surrender to the moment that the pain is asking you for, be it grief, be it disappointment, whatever we're going through, it is a teacher. I'll continue to read. Even as the stone of the fruit must break, that its heart may stand in the sun, so must you know pain. It's like if all we had was sun every single day, we wouldn't appreciate the sunny days the way we do. It's those dark, stormy, magnificent, stormy days that allow us to appreciate the sun more, and the sun allows us to appreciate the rain more. It is part of the life agreement, part of the life school of which we are a part. And if you could keep your heart in wonder at the daily miracles of your life, your pain would not seem less wondrous than your joy. And that's what I'm beginning to understand. It's taken me 1,000,000 years. I look pretty good for 1,000,000 years old, don't I? But it's been so long that it's taken me to understand that the pain is as miraculous as the joy. The more your heart cracks open because of the pain you undergo, the more joy you can contain. And that's what's happening. And I can say to you that this is beyond the domestication. Remember what I read to you about Don Miguel Ruiz from Beyond Fear? That we are domesticated to be a certain way, to be tame, to break away from our untamed heart. That wild, untamed heart is the most precious part of you. And that's why when I have finally looked in the mirror and identified myself as the wise, wild woman, I'm living up to who I truly am. How many of you are willing to do that? How many of you are finding that already? Are you willing to connect to your wild, untamed heart, the part that the domestication of society hasn't pressed and crushed down into this little tiny ball? You're not that. You have a right to profound fulfillment, not just fulfillment, but profound fulfillment. Yes, I'm on fire. Well, I was born Audrey of fire, so that makes sense, doesn't it? All right. Take this to your heart. Know that your pain is breaking. What is it? He said it's so much better than I am. All right. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. And because of everything that you've gone through in your life, you can contain more light, more understanding, and every day more love. It's possible. It's possible, and it's actually probable if we allow ourselves to look for it. So to you wonderful, untamed, wild hearts out there, this is the wild, wise, wild woman saying to you, open your heart. Open your heart. And allow life in. Don't push anything away. Open that beautiful, magnificent heart. And say, I surrender to the miracle of my life. So this is Audrea Firestone, the Wise Wild Woman, asking you, please subscribe, hit the bell as well. I want you to be part of this channel. I have so much to share. I feel like my cup runneth over. I am absolutely thrilled and so appreciative of the time that you're taking to listen and to leave comments. It means so much. Thank you. And I guarantee that I will see you later, alligator, and that's for sure. Ciao.